What's going on, everybody? This is Kringle Talks Football. I'm Chris Kringle, Miss CJ Rat, back for a brand new video. Not a review of the Leicester game. A little bit touch on about what worked, in fact, nothing didn't work. That's the good thing. So it's mainly what worked and what we can build upon basically moving forward. So, rundown today, really, I don't quite know. Sort of like I said, bit touch on what worked on, what day did we play? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. What it means going forward in terms of what we can do now in terms of against Burnley away from Burnley on Sunday, whichever day, in the two games against Olympiacos, and then going forward really. And yeah, just maybe an apology to Nicolas Pepe, because I did a video a few weeks back basically saying what can Arsenal do to get the best out of Nicolas Pepe, and I said sell him, cut your ties, take half what you paid for him and be done, gone, see you later buddy. And guess what, I was wrong. So Nicola, if you're watching, which you're clearly not, sorry, do apologise. Listen, I usually get into it at the start, but if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Every time I upload a video, you'll be notified. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, follow me on my podcast journey, Kringle Talks Football. I'm hoping to have some stuff coming out in the next few weeks, maybe. And yeah, let's do it. So, a little touch on Sunday. Obviously, Arsenal won 3-1 against Leicester City, away from home. And all round, it was the perfect performance. Barring that opening 6 minutes where we gave the ball away. And in hindsight, the build-up and how we were trying to build the play up from that side was fine. We've done it loads of times. Play the ball into Xhaka. Xhaka can draw a man forward. He plays it one touch, get out of his body. Tierney's already gone down the pitch. Boom, he plays it in. But what happened was, the ball came to his right side, he had to then adjust himself, and by that point Leicester was on him like a rash. Cool. It doesn't always pay off. And then he decided to go into no man's land by running straight back towards goal instead of cutting across towards Tielemans, which put Mari in a difficult position because he had his eye on Vardy. And let's be fair, the shot was a really good shot. It was a tight angle. I don't think Leno was expecting. I don't think anyone was expecting it. But other than that opening 6 minutes, it was the perfect performance. From a defensive side of things, from a midfield side of things in terms of how well Granit Xhaka is. And side note, Granit Xhaka has played 12 games on the bounce, 90 minutes every game. Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. No matter how much is asked of him, he's played every single game. The last 12 games, 90 minutes. And, you know, I'll tip my hat off to him because he's been sensational since returning from his suspension against Burnley. Sensational. And so anyways, I sidetracked there. But Nicolas Pepe said at the start, I apologise. Please don't go anywhere. Because this team is going to be built around you and built around Bukayo Saka. Now, Saka didn't even play against Leicester. But this team is going to be built around you two people. And everything else will fall into play. So, and touch note as well, Willian. Excellent. Unbelievable performance from you. Now, granted, I didn't watch the full 90 minutes. I was out. I was busy. That's why it's not an actual review and I haven't done one. But from everything I've seen and the little clips, the second half, I've watched most of it. Fantastic performance all round. Now, a few stats I've got here right now. He attempted 2 dribbles. I think it was only Lacazette attempted more, although Pepe did also complete. In the attacking third, 2 shots he had, none on target, not gonna lie. 1 was blocked. 2 shots in the box, only David Luiz. Hey, only David Luiz. David Luiz and Pepe had more. One thing that was fun for me to passing statistics. In the final third, he made 14 attempts in the final third, 5 long ball attempts. He completed 94% of his passes. Now, that's alongside Smith Rowe, who, remember, came off in the first half. He had the best pass completion rate out of anybody, Willian did. This was by far his best game in an Arsenal shirt, hands down. And I said it in the last game when we played against Benfica. This is what happens when you just slightly remember you have legs, slightly remember what you do with them, and then ever so more slightly decide that when you have the ball at your legs, you push the ball and run. Because that's what he is. He's a push and run winger. And so, to see him in this way, and to see the system we played against Leicester, now before I go any further, when we set up against Leicester City, with the team we played, it's on the screen, Leno, Cedric, Luiz, Mari, Tierney, Elneny Xhaka, Pepe, Smith Rowe, Willian and Lacazette, I thought, okay, this is worrying, because we've changed a whole host of players, and I thought we could be here for the taking. But then I remembered that Leicester are on a downward spiral. They lost recently against Slavia Prague at home, 2-0. They haven't been on the best of form. They got injuries left, right and centre to, the likes of Fofana, now Johnny Evans, Harvey Barnes, James Maddison, Iosi Perez, who else? James Justin. A lot of their first team players are out, and I thought, okay, and look, Vardy's been having that niggling groin injury for a long time, so I thought, cool, we've actually got him here for the taking, and it worked to perfection, because the likes of Cedric, who, by the way, had a great game again, helping Pepe out, and now, before I go back, and I'm not going to talk about Bellerin as much, but this is my point where I said the improvement at right back is so desperately needed, because not for the point of right back per se, but for the fact that it unlocked Nicolas Pepe's ability. It unlocked his full potential in this game. The amount of dribbles he had at the right times, knowing when to play, Cedric's knowledge of how to overlap and underlap at every opportunity. There was a moment where in the second half Nicolas Pepe took on 5 or 6 people, a couple of nutmegs involved, played it inside to Cedric, and albeit if he had a better first touch, probably could have got a shot off or played it to the left, which I think Aubameyang was in the middle. But in so many situations where we've seen Hector Bellerin play the ball to Pepe, he plays the ball here to Pepe and then runs to here, where Pepe wants to move. Or he passes it here and then stands here. Rather than moving forward and giving him the option of running onto it, he plays it to him and just stands still or doesn't know where to. He has a little brain fart moment and it just goes all miss. And then the blame is put on Pepe when he loses the ball or he can't do anything with it. So my whole thing of right back being a priority is because it's not only going to unlock the potential from right back. We've seen it with Liverpool, with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, albeit this season Trent hasn't had the best season, but we also see it with Man City, with Cancelo, with Walker, even Wan-Bissaka at Man United. He is getting into so many advanced positions this season because the wing backs are the new attacking midfielders. You play it to your wing backs, you start and build your play up from them. Your midfielders can drop back into those spaces. Your wingers can get inside, which creates more space in the box for the wingers, for the attacking midfielders, and for the strikers, because the wing backs are pushed on. So my point of basically having a new right back come in with all those attributes, knowing when to overlap, when to underlap, linking play perfectly. Now, don't get me wrong, finding all of that in one player could be difficult, but Cedric showed that he is a very capable backup option. He's only 29, I want to say 28, 29. He's still got a few more years left in him, no problem, which means you can still develop the right back who you decide to buy. Perfect. Now, going back to what my whole original point was you unlock Pepe's potential in what he did. He drew the foul which resulted in a free kick which, initially was given as a penalty. He drew the foul which led to our first goal. And he drew the penalty from Ndidi's handball. 3 key involvements from Nicolas Pepe. Then in the second half, when the ball is played out to him and spread out to him, he then involves the play to Ødegaard, to Willian, the lucky assist that he got, back into Pepe with a goal. Pepe's best game since the FA Cup final, without a doubt. But it doesn't happen without the collective around him giving him the opportunity to do it. From Cedric, from even El Neni, I'll give El Neni his due. He helped him out in so many ways. With Lacazette's link-up play, with Smith-Rowe's link-up play, and then with Ødegaard's link-up play. This was a collective performance from the fact that we could, let's say, rotate. So now, I think with Arteta's ideal situation, maybe, he could have Saka, Smith-Rowe, I'd probably say Smith-Rowe, Pepe, and Aubameyang up top. Fine. But then you bring in Ødegaard for Smith-Rowe. Then you bring in Willian, for Pepe, and then you bring in Lacazette, for Aubameyang. I keep having Aubameyang on my brain. You bring in Lacazette for Aubameyang, and you've got a totally different front four, albeit you've still got Saka there, but you've got a completely different front four, and you can easily have those options. If you want to rotate your front four, do it. On Sunday, it was Pepe, Smith-Rowe, Willian, Lacazette. Now, usually it could be Saka, Ødegaard, Smith-Rowe, Aubameyang, Saka, Ødegaard, Smith-Rowe, Pepe, Aubameyang. Martinelli is still there. We have so much option up top that the next step is to get the collective again working better. Now, usually I do the good, bad performances, and obviously I just highlighted Willian's performance, I highlighted Pepe's performance. The first time I think I've done this where I've said no bad performances. It was perfect. Even the substitutions were right, although I would have probably preferred to see Martinelli come on instead of Aubameyang, because same with Saka, but Aubameyang didn't need to come on. He could have just, rested a bit more. But I'm not going to complain. And what it means going forward for Arsenal, in terms of what we can now do against the likes of Burnley, if we want to go up against their tank of a centre-backs, fine, that's fine. We can play Lacazette, let the ball come across to him. Put Aubameyang out wide left, give him something to think about. Put Pepe out wide left, give him something else to think about. Put Saka out wide right, give him something else to think about. Or if you want, Willian, who can draw the ball in and play it off to Tierney, which he did on Sunday, you can do that as well. The options that now are creating by Arteta's system and the way we are playing with the 4-2-3-1 is fantastic, and I'm loving it. Burnley lost at the weekend to Spurs. Everyone's ranting and raving about Gareth Bale's back. Yeah, it's against Burnley. Now watch Burnley turn into prime Barcelona against us. That's not the point. Burnley are shit. I've said it for time on time and time again. They are donkey. Absolutely crap. Again, watch them turn into prime Barcelona. However, I am going into this game expecting us to win. Simple as that. I would probably err on the caution of not the same team, but I'd probably go for the same back four. 100%. Mari is tall enough to deal with Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes, and David Luiz is smart enough to deal with them. I say smart, he really isn't that smart, is he? However, that's not the point. He is definitely smart enough to deal with them. Partey, Xhaka in the centre in midfield, perfect. Saka out right, Pepe out left, Ødegaard behind Aubameyang, sorted. That's what I want to see on whatever day we play them. I don't even know why we play them. Is it Saturday? Bear with me a second. Yeah, it is. It's the 6th. Oh god, we play at 12:30. Really? I'm working. Anyways, listen. We go into the game against Burnley favourites, without a doubt. And the chance again to step it forward. We've got Olympiacos coming on Thursday, and I'll put this, I'm a lot more happier at the fact that we've got Olympiacos than if we've got Spurs or United or Milan. Olympiacos is perfect. Socrates is coming home. Yes. And Spurs the following week. Perfect, no problem. Like I said, I go back to what I said at the start. Nicolas Pepe, I am sorry. I'm sorry for the fact that I said we should sell you. I'm sorry for the fact that I doubted you. Because he was doing some things on Sunday that we haven't seen from him. He was drawing players in and beating them with ease. He wasn't doing his usual thing where he draws players in, takes too many touches on the ball and loses it. He was doing the thing where he draws players in, beating them and laying off early. And this is what I said before, where he's finally buying into Mikel Arteta's system, the way he wants to play. And now I think, if the reports are right about Martinelli doing the work that's needed, he will be the next player to flourish under Arteta. And it's exciting. It is very exciting. But guys, look, I'm going to leave it there because I've rambled on enough. And like I said at the start, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Every time I upload a video, you'll be notified. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, follow me on my podcast. Like I said, I've got a few... I've got a few exciting things coming up. But until next time, guys, my name is Chris Kringle. It's Kringle Talks Football. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up as well. Guys,